The worst disk ticket I remember was not a fancy outage. It was a boring C drive at 0 bytes free on a line of business server. Windows stopped writing event logs. The application stopped writing invoices. The overnight job retried until it buried the last free megabytes. 3 admins opened 3 different graphical tools and argued over what to delete. Nobody had the same numbers. 10 minutes of PowerShell would have told us the free space, the folder that exploded, and whether the underlying disk was healthy. The graphical tools are fine when you have one server and a calm afternoon. At fleet scale, they fail you. Disk management shows partitions, File Explorer shows one folder at a time, Server Manager lags, and vendor tools disagree about health. Worse, naive alerts lie. 10% free on a 10 terabyte volume is still a terabyte. 10% free on a 60 gigabyte operating system disk is a problem before lunch. Good administration needs repeatable numbers. % free and absolute gigabytes free, together, from every volume you care about. Then you need a safe way to grow partitions and prove where space went. The storage module gives us the layers. A volume is what users recognize: C, D, labels, file systems, size, and free space. A partition is the slice on disk that a volume usually lives on, and that is what you resize after the hypervisor expands a virtual disk. A physical disk is the hardware or the storage object Windows can see, with health and operational state. Folder scans are not storage inventory. They are evidence gathering after the report says a volume is low. Keep those layers separate and your commands stay clean. My rule: report broadly, change narrowly, and verify after every change. Start with the space picture. Use Get Volume, then select DriveLetter, File System Label, Size, Size Remaining, and a calculated free PCT. For remote servers, wrap the same command in Invoke command and return objects, not screenshots. After a hypervisor disk expand, refresh storage with Update Host Storage Cache if Windows has not noticed the new size. Then run $max equals get partition supported size, DriveLetter C, followed by Resize-Partition, DriveLetter C, size $max size max. No disk part transcript, no manual typing in the wrong console. For health, get PhysicalDisk and select FriendlyName, MediaType, HealthStatus, and OperationalStatus. For big folders, get ChildItem with -recurse and -file. Pipe to measure object, property length, sum, then sort results descending. Here is the normal ticket. Monitoring says a virtual machine C drive is read. First, run the Get Volume report and calculate both free PCT and free GB. I might page when both are bad, for example under 15% and under 20 gigabytes, while still listing anything that crosses either threshold for review. Next, confirm with the application owner that growth is acceptable. Expand the VHD or VMDK in the hypervisor. Then inside Windows, run Get Partition Supported Size and Resize-Partition. Rerun Get Volume and save the before and after. If space vanished overnight, scan the top-level folders under C:"Program Data, Application Paths, or Log Directories, not the whole server first. Finally, check Get PhysicalDisk so a capacity ticket does not hide a failing device. There are limits. Get PhysicalDisk reports what Windows can see. Behind some hardware RAID controllers, Windows may only see one logical disk, and the real predictive failure data lives in the vendor tool or management controller. Folder scans are expensive, and access-denied errors are normal on system paths. Use -ErrorAction SilentlyContinue for reports, but do not pretend skipped folders were measured. Reparse points and mounted paths can make scans loop into places you did not intend, so scope your route carefully. The storage module is Windows only. In PowerShell 7 on Windows, it is usually fine. On older Windows PowerShell 5.1 systems, especially older server versions, properties and health fidelity can be weaker. Disk management sits right between daily help desk work and real fleet automation. The same Get Volume object can feed a morning report, a monitoring system, or a change request. Resize-Partition belongs in a controlled maintenance window after the storage side is complete and backed by a snapshot or backup policy. Get PhysicalDisk Health belongs with hardware lifecycle, not just break-fix. Folder measurement connects to event logs and application ownership, because the fix might be log rotation, retention policy, or moving data to the right volume. This is also where PowerShell's object pipeline pays rent. Once the output is objects, sorting, filtering, exporting, and alerting become boring and reliable. Take 10 safe minutes on your workstation or a non-production server. Run the Get Volume report and add calculated size GB, free GB, and free PCT columns. Then run Get-PhysicalDisk and note whether Windows shows real disk health or only a virtualized storage object. Pick one harmless folder, such as a temp or lab data folder, and measure its child folders with Get-ChildItem and MediaType. Do not recursively scan a busy file server at noon for practice. If you have a test virtual machine, expand its disk in the hypervisor and practice Get-Partition supported size. Use Resize-Partition only in the lab or only with an approved change in production. 3 beats to keep. First, Get Volume is your one-line space report, and it should show both % free and gigabytes free. Second, after a virtual disk expand, use Get-Partition supported size and Resize-Partition instead of diskpart for the normal Windows path. Third, capacity and health are separate questions. Get-ChildItem helps find what consumed space, while Get-PhysicalDisk helps catch storage trouble before users do. In the next episode, we keep building the administration tier with commands you can trust across real Windows fleets. New PowerShell episode daily on this channel.